Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Life of Wonders. This is Polo and I love making videos of dolls, toys and Disney collectibles. And as always, if you like this kind of content and you feel like supporting the channel, then you already know what to do. So I've been incredibly busy with work and studies and just getting better after an accident I had and everything, and I couldn't upload videos or as much as I wanted to do so. But here I am. I have a lot of videos coming up in relation to this series, but then so many other releases and things to talk about, so definitely stay tuned if you want to keep track of that. Now today is a very special day because we're going to be unboxing fully and reviewing in detail the brand new Queen of Hearts as part of the latest Disney designer Masquerade collection, and I am very excited because this is one of my favorite villains of all time. I love Alice in Wonderland, and I also have the version, or the first designer in like 11 inches and a half or around doll that was released back in 2015 with the little Alice. And there are going to be a lot of differences between these two. Like at first I wasn't like quite aware of that, but now that I have them here, I can see that the sculpt's different, the body's quite possibly different as well, so many things. So I will be comparing them both too. Now focusing our attention on our Queen of Hearts, this is the box it comes in. It's a very similar box to that of the live action 17 inches limited releases, but shorter, and we can see like a starry night as a background, and then the window display is perfect. I really like this box because it's a perfect box to display, and even if you don't have like shelving space, you can create it by just putting or stack them on top of each other, which is something so cool. And so here we can see the name Queen of Hearts, limited edition, one of 3,450, which is not a lot. I know that she hasn't sold out, or she had not sold out immediately, but I think that over time she's going to be popular in general because, in my opinion, I think this is like a better rendition, even though this comes with more accurate to the outfit that appears in the movie. This, so I mean, the face, the expression, everything you will see in just a moment is just like magnificent. And for everyone that's a fan of the villains, this has got to be a must-have. So anyway, this is the box from the front. Then we have the printed clock right here that is actually pointing out 20 past midnight for all of the characters, so they're definitely late. And then right over here we have a bit of a bio of the full series, and then the artwork of the Queen of Hearts. I'm going to be reading this out loud for you because I always do, so just if you want to know what it says. Fashionably late, fiercely on point, these Disney villains and heroes are here to make an entrance. Not even a lost invitation from a royal courier can stop them from attending the show-stopping Midnight Masquerade. They've finally arrived, and they're owning this magical moment. The blend of mystery and moonlight comes to life in this stunningly sophisticated collection. Designed by Disney artists, these dolls are adorned with intricately crafted masks, featuring iconic motifs that capture the innocence of our heroines, along with the dark deeds of our villains. This is an event for fans and collectors alike you won't want to miss. Let the drama begin. And again, like, this piece of artwork I think is translated very well into the doll form, and I'm going to proceed to take her out and show you every step of the way. Alright, so as always, I just wanted to, show you all the way through until we get her completely out of the box. And so as you take the front part of the packaging, you find like this plastic cover that has these little dots, which is like a magical kind of like touch. It's actually on top of a pedestal, so it can show in the box, and the box is pretty big in those terms, but that is the very same length or height, I would say, than any other designer doll for 11 inches or 11 inches and a half dolls. In my opinion, is very similar. And then we have the clocks right here and the plastic cover that we are going to remove. Alright, so here we can appreciate how she's displayed inside of the box, and I love the way she's taking the whole space inside of it, because with Alice it was a bit different. Like there was a lot of like free space around her, but for the Queen of Hearts, obviously she's so much thicker, and then the dress is super full, so it takes the whole space and it fills it really nicely. And now that I have them like side to side, I think that the height might be the same, but I've checked, and this one actually comes with a fully sculpted plastic body with articulation, and also again we're going to be exploring that. And this is the pose, the little yeah, the little, like, I forgot the name of it just now, even though I mentioned it, but the pedestal, yeah, that's the thing. And yeah, so I'm going to free her carefully from the box, and I'll be back with you in no time. Alright, so here we have her completely free from the packaging and next to the other doll. And before I continue, I just wanted to show you this stand that she's coming with, which is this really weirdly shaped stand, because as I was previously saying, she's rather short, and then she comes with this very thick body. This stand actually serves for both of them, because yeah, even though this one has like a plush body, it will definitely click on you, or you will support the doll from underneath. So this is the stand, and then the certificate of authenticity is right here. And now that we've seen that, we can dive into the details of the new doll and the previous one. We're going to be starting with the previous one, and the first thing that we notice that is different is the face sculpt. Even though it's very similar and the proportions are the same, this one seems to be a much friendly sort of like expression there, which is really cute, I have to say. I mean, she does look adorable in a way. And then she's looking to the side, and she has rooted eyelashes, but then the expression using the eyebrows is like, again, very adorable in a way. And then the way the hair is done for this one, you can see it there. So it's basically with a high hairdo, and then this sculpt actually has sculpted earrings, right? And then for the newer one, both of them can actually move, but then as this one has the plush body, which will just go for the full torso and the part of the neck, so that is like a piece of fabric. I mean, it can move from side to side, but what I'm moving is like from the cloth part of it. This one seems to be a little bit like rosier, and this is a bit paler in my opinion, now that I've seen them both next to each other. But anyway, so this one comes with these sculpted earrings. Both of them have rooted eyelashes, and this is the new face sculpt, which I think has once again the same proportions for her, but she's looking so much more evil, and yeah, I mean, scarier, if you will. Like, the expression is totally different from adorable to truly wicked, I would say. And then the lips in this one are not as noticeable, even though I believe they're there in a very similar manner. In here, they've actually sculpted a tiny bit more of the lips, and she's giving us this green, which is, again, quite of like an evil one. And then the articulation this time around, so the the body is plastic. It has the same points of articulation. They've changed a few things that I will just cover, but anyway, she has a full torso with the breast and everything, which this one doesn't have breasts, for example. It's just like a, you know, like a plush that is flat underneath, but because you have this heart, you cannot notice it, but it's actually flat. And here I can see and I can notice the breasts, and then the articulation is basically the same. It goes side to side, but this one with a bit of an inclination. And then this is how the hair has been styled for her. So for this one, it's a little bit more like hilarious, if you will, because you know, it's just going up like so, and this is like a mini sort of like band there. Both of them come with a crown. The crown is different. Now I very much like this one, though this one is like plastic gold and this one is chromatic gold, and this one over here has like a jewel on top, and this one over here has like jewels all around it. And then for the hairdo, it also has like a bit of a lace bit there, and this one does not have earrings or sculpted earrings for that matter, so that is different, as you can see there. Anyway, I think I love them both so much. I mean, this is going to be the evil one for me, and this is going to be the funny one. And now looking at the you know, the gowns, this is based on the one that appears in the film. It's really nice. I mean, it has the you know, faux brocade sort of like damask for the portions of the skirt here, which are like mixed match with like the heart here. It has a lot of embroidery work, which this one doesn't. There's the only embroidery work here is like the hearts that appear on the shawl, but this one has a lot of embroidery, you know, the central panel, and then this is more of like a satin, and then we have an organza material here. The articulation comes fully for the shoulder, elbow and wrist, and this is like the hands that they were using for the previous doll. And now the new doll also has articulation on the shoulder, elbow, and did I say knee? Wrist, by the way. And then the hand has been changed for this, like a much thicker one, and this is a bit more of like a new styled version. Like it's thick enough, but it's not as thick as this one over here. And the other hand has a different sculpt. So I mean, I guess it's just done like so she can keep her mask, which is this one over here, and it's a functional mask. Well, the mask, let's see. Okay, so here we have with the roses in black and red, and then it has a plastic elastic that will go around the face just to cover the tiny little eyes, and then a couple of ribbons that are also mixed match. And so this is the other hand, which is different, and same points of articulation there. And again, the mask, which I already show you. And so continuing with this dress, it has you know, these sternal layers that are going around the a couple of golden underneath layers here, with a really nice trim, and then, as I was saying, a lot of embroidery. One of the things I didn't like about this is once I took her out, the continuation of this embroidered you know, trim did not continue on the back, even though the rest, I mean, is pretty much continuing. And yeah, it's really nice, I have to say. And then we have these yeah, we have this big collar with the trim. It's pleated. This is a really nice satin material. And then for this time around, the collar, which is in both cases attached to the dress per se, is made out of like a leathery material, like plasticky, but it's super cool because it's totally different. It's giving us something so different and playful. And so the colors here are more set in, you know, black and red and silver, and also gold, I guess, because there's gold here, but you know, these hearts are actually silver. So they're incorporating something else there. So the color is attached to the dress is just one single piece, and then the shawl, which is another external piece that I really don't want to like move as for now, because I think it's too short and it might be difficult to keep you know, on top of her without it being, you know, sewn together onto these, even though I took the liberty of taking a few of the tea-ties and things like that so I could show you better. But anyway, the face is super cool. The body is on point. I mean, I think it has the same sort of like dimensions and proportions. So if you were to like interchange the dresses, I think you could definitely do that, if you will. Now this dress comes with a lot of textures as well, because there's this satin material, this plasticky one with the cutouts of the heart. It has Velcro in the middle so it can open. I don't think it's as noticeable as I thought it would be, like, you know, the Velcro part of the middle of it. And then we can see that there's these puffy sleeves, and then for the bodies there's a couple of different fabrics. So there's this one over here that is giving us a bit of like a burgundy iridescent effect, and then here we have like a cutout of a heart that is black velvet, and this is velvet too. And then the shawl itself, the outer part of it is velvet with embroidered silver hearts on this side, and I guess white, but in reality that is silver, like to my eyes, like when I, you know, it's different than white, although it might look white, I don't know, but it's more like silvery white. And then underneath it has like a very soft satin in red, and then the tassels are golden. Now if I turn her around, well, so the dress has all these panels that are separate from each other. They're actually pinned together, but they're separate, and these panels are actually giving us different like cascades of tulle. It's a very thin tulle, like just making a zigzag cascade, and then there's the incorporation of these rosettes all around. The back of the bodice is as you see, so velvet. These sleeves are of this like taffeta sort of like material with the red lace, and then this is the back of the shawl. It has Velcro on the back, and then underneath, as opposed to having a crinoline, is a lot of paper. So that is one of the things I would have to like cut to just let her free completely. But I think that as far as I've like touched her all around, I can see the whole body and articulation. So moving down, we have this portion of the dress, which is like the skirt, and it's a printed you know, background of roses with like splashes of paint in foil print technique, and black and white, and then the red. This reminds me so much of like the splashes of paint that sometimes we can find on the Monster Highers collector dolls, like such as the Chucky, and the bride of Chucky as well. I think she came with something like that. It's very, very similar. And this satin material is a bit more on the plasticky side, but I guess it just keeps, you know, the shape really nice. And then we have all these individual panels, as I was saying. They're individual but attached to each other, and it's a really soft tool with little pieces of like rhinestones in black and red, as well as the rosettes. And then if we were to look underneath, so basically you can now have a proper look at how the body is incorporated. Here we can see that it's just like basically a plush body that goes for like the full torso, although there's movement. I mean, you could actually move the legs if you wanted to. It's a little bit more difficult with the cloth one, but you can do that. And she came with sculpted and painted on shoes, whereas this one, as you can see here, there's a lot of paper, but she comes with the whole thing made out of plastic. You can move the legs a little bit easier. And then there's also this other articulation around the ankle that would go, it's a little bit hard, but it goes side to side. So basically you can place the foot just looking to another side. It doesn't go up and down, but side to side. And the shoes are not sculpted, so you can actually take off the shoes, and they're really nice sculpt with, you know, little hearts in black and a really nice trim, and so much more elaborate that these ones over here. This is like her foot, so you can see that it's very realistic with the toes and everything. So yeah, I was very surprised because I thought they might be using the very same legs, but not really. I mean, they went an extra mile to provide us with something a little bit more elaborate. So this is basically all the details that I could find on the newer one, and I have to say that I love these dolls so much. Both of them are very dear to my heart because I love this movie and these fairy tales so much, and that is the reason of the name of the channel. And so yeah, I was very happy to just came back from all my busy life and just make a stop to share this review with all of you. So I hope you've enjoyed it and it's been helpful to all of you who might be considering adding this doll to your own collection. And if that is the case, don't forget to give me a like. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and as always, I will be more than happy to get back to all of you. For now, stay safe, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.